chapter 9 from the Handbook for Catholic Moms, and this chapter was all about productivity. Now, before I get into that, make sure that after you watch this video, you check out all the other collabs down below. All their links will be down below, and I'm sure they have lots of great wisdom to share with you about how they are productive. It's something I struggle with, and so I'm really excited to watch the other ladies and see what they have to say about how they work their life. One reason I struggle with this is because I am a homeschooler, and homeschooling, while very beautiful, requires a lot of prep work. And when I don't prep, my days fall apart. I don't end up homeschooling, or we do a very what I call slacker homeschool, where it's like, hey, here, do a math sheet, but not a lot of what I want to accomplish gets done. On the other side of it, I just spent all day planning, and my head is like hurts from the planning. And not only that, but all of a sudden I want to add like 100 million more things into my homeschool. This chapter talks about like your life and making sure that you're not overscheduled, and that you have time for prayers and time for families and time for your housework, which, oh my gosh, I need to make more time for my housework. But it also kind of related to me to the homeschool route, and the idea that we can get over scheduled in our homeschools to the point where it's like we schedule too much in that day, and then sometimes it can seem overwhelming, and then we just don't do any of it. Or if we don't do all of it, we feel bad about the thing. We don't give ourselves credit for the homeschooling we have done. We just focus on how we didn't do morning time for the last 5 months. Okay, like seriously, I haven't done morning time in forever. And like morning time is like the most important thing to me, but I just like really want my daughter to like learn how to read. But the other issue is I don't want to miss out on like the good and the beautiful while they're little, and while they like first see, you know, Monet's Garden, or first listen to Ode to Joy, or, you know, I want them to have that beauty, but I want them to do their science homework, you know, lesson too, but I don't want to spend 10 hours schooling every day. So it's a productivity struggle. I'm going to point out a couple things that I liked from the book, but that is just like overarchingly my struggle right now is the homeschool realm. I'm going to try to start schooling for the month of July because it's just hot, and my dad's coming in August, and then we have like all this family coming, and so I'm trying to figure it out. I think I figured it out, but my brain hurts. So a few things she said is that when we do schedule our time, we need to schedule space for God and space for family. And for serving our family, not just hang out with our family. I'm fairly good at hanging out with my family, but serving them. You know, cleaning the bathroom, doing the laundry, making sure my stuff's picked up, making sure everything is in its place, and there's a place for everything. It's important that we serve our family. It's important that, you know, I get off my butt and go do some laundry and make this fast. So another thing she did talk about that I really liked was the idea of tithing, not money, but tithing your efforts. That it was in the Old Testament, tithing was to give a 10% of the crop that the Israelites had worked on, right, to God as like a first fruits. Well, she talks about giving our first fruits of our effort to God, and really just saying that what you're doing is for the glory of God. So when you're taking care of the crazies back there, you know, you're doing it for the glory of God, right? When you're dusting your shelf, you're doing it for the glory of God. And actually, Father Mike Schmidt has a video about how to like devote any moment of your life to God in that moment, whether you're like waiting in line or cleaning the bathroom, or I mean just anything. And there's like a 3-step process to it. I'll put the video down below. I need to like write down the steps or something because I haven't memorized them yet, but it's a really great concept to think about, that you're just like devoting these ordinary things to the glory of God, and which makes them extraordinary and a lot easier to do. She also talks about how when we're stressed, we give up things that mean the most to us: prayer, nutrition, and exercise. Hands up if when you feel like you don't have enough time, those are the 3 things you drop. Typically, I drop exercise first, then I start eating Oreos, even though I'm gluten intolerant, and then my prayer life falls. Like for the last 2 mornings, I haven't read the liturgical reading, even though I told you that I read the liturgical reading every day. The last 2 mornings, I haven't. And shame on me. I had listened to Relevant Radio and prayed the Memorare. I think it was Heather at Catholic Mom's Life who said that she was challenged to spend an hour in prayer a day. Now, Heather, if you watch this, tell me down below what you meant by an hour a day. Are you literally like on your knees praying the rosary an hour? Or do you include reading the Bible as prayer? I'm just trying to figure out, like, I could do a whole hour easy if I could read St. Faustina's Diary and the Bible and, like, Why We're Catholic by Trent Horn. And, like, if I could read for an hour and call that prayer, I'm totally good. Having to, like, stop my mind completely and just talk to God for an hour, which I could totally do it. But I'm just wondering, Heather, what you meant. So tell me, because I'm curious. Because Heather said that it actually helped her feel like she had more time, which was the opposite effect as we would all think, because we're spending an hour away from getting anything productive done. My kids are going crazy, sorry guys. But I'm sure God has so many graces for us when we spend that time with Him, that of course everything we do from after that is probably going to have a different kind of energy and a different kind of streamlinedness that we didn't have before, when our brains were kind of slothing around. And I haven't exercised. I'm like, I'm going to do 21-day fix for a week this week and just, like, jumpstart, a little bit more fitness, feeling a little bit more fit. I got 2 days done, and then life happened, and I had a headache, and then I took my mother-in-law to the airport, and then Ryan graduated from ALC today. So tonight he's gonna go bowling with his buddies, and I'm gonna do my leg exercise. But I have neglected that too, and I was like, man, I just wanted to get 1 week in, and I just didn't quite do it. But is anyone else like that? Like, really weird about exercise? Like, if you want to do, like, a certain program and then you skip a day, like, you feel like you just want to start over, and like the beginning didn't count, and you just want to start over again. There is, like, a psychological thing about that, where, like, if you don't do, like, I was listening to another homeschool that I totally like, Trish. So I'm gonna put her, I love her, I'm gonna put her down below. But she was talking about how she, like, wants to do every single thing in her curriculum. And I'm like that with working out. Like, if I like, say I'm going to do a workout program, I want to do all 21 days and I don't want to skip a day. And if I skip a day, I just want to start over. And then you don't make any progress, right? So I'm not going to start over. I'm just going to continue with day 3 tonight and move on. But I don't know. It's a weird thing. I just want to say, have you guys noticed how when you talk about, like, improving your life, like being more productive or like whatever, like, she talks about calendars and to-do lists and things like that. Have you noticed that, like, you really can't improve more than one area of your life at a time? So, like, I have goals about, like, being a way better meal planner and actually cooking dinner and actually liking it. I did it, like, for like a week and it was great, and then I stopped. I have goals about, like, organizing and decluttering your home, goals about creating cleaning programs and maintaining your home in a cleanly state all the time. And, like, I usually want to do everything at once and then everything falls apart. Oh, and throw in an exercise program also. And some food intolerances to just about. And homeschooling starting. Like, sometimes we throw all this stuff at ourselves at once. We're going to improve ourselves, especially, like, around January, which it's not, but that can happen then. And I just think that really you can't do more than one thing at a time, and you just have to give yourself the grace to be like, okay, this week or this month, I'm going to focus on meal planning and see if I can get that kind of figured out. And then next week, I'm going to tackle that drawer in the kitchen that's full of junk. I don't know. Are you guys able to do more than one thing at a time, or do you feel like you do better when you kind of focus your energies on one aspect of your life at a time rather than, like, the 6 aspects of your life you want to change all at once? Those are my slightly random thoughts on organizing and prioritizing and homeschooling and exercising in life. So if you relate to anything I just babbled about, make sure you tell me in the comments down below. Please like this video if you like my babble or you're part of the book club. Add a comment, like I said. Share if you want to share. Subscribe if you haven't already. And ring the notification bell if you want to see other videos I put out. I am going to be putting out very soon my picks for the 2018-2019 homeschool curriculum that I chose. I don't have, like, a book list out yet for, like, the read alouds and other stuff that's swimming around my head right now. But my basics are covered and purchased, and at least the beginning of them. And that's all I have to say for right now, because I have to go say bye to my husband because he's going to go bowling. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys watching me, and I hope, again, that we can continue this conversation in the comments, because I love talking with you and hearing your positivity and hearing your ideas. So thank you, and God bless, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.